I'm Sarah Gore, and this is Open House NYC. This week we've got the holidays covered with festive design, a feast, and most importantly, giving back.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's
Look at that, man!
Why always be status quo? Make yourself stand out for the holidays and any time of the year.
When the table's all set, the food is all cooked, that says to me, holiday is here, it's time to celebrate.
The whole point of Seven Fishes is we're keeping the tradition alive. If I screw it up, I mean, I'm the one that ruined Christmas.
Welcome to Open House NYC. It's the holidays, so it's only fitting that I'm coming to you from this rare original carriage house with historic ties to a Christmas tradition. This 25-foot, 5-floor home is located on the original Manhattan estate, once owned by Clement Clark Moore, who in the early 1820s wrote the enduring poem A Visit from St. Nicholas, which is often misidentified as 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. He named his estate Chelsea, and that's where this vibrant neighborhood gets its name. So what we have here today is a thoroughly modern home within its original facade, and it's designed to impress every step of the way across its well over 9,000 square feet. This open great room, ballroom, whatever you want to call it, is a jaw-dropper with open space to mix and mingle, but safely, please. It has double-height ceilings, a fireplace, and direct access to a secret garden, one of 3 outdoor spaces in all. Upstairs, there are 6 luxurious bedrooms, including this tranquil owner's suite. Perfect for both the naughty and the nice. Well, it's the holiday season again, and although this year may feel a little different, I think we can all agree that the holidays should always be a time of joy and generosity. Add in some festive decor and culinary indulgence, and maybe things start to feel a little brighter. So that's what we're focusing on today. We are getting started with designer Drew McClain at his Live Work Loft right here in Chelsea. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Drew McClain. I'm an interior designer in New York City. Welcome to my home and office, and I'm gonna show you how I decorate for the holidays. So my home office is where I set up my holiday bar, but based on the arrangement of the open shelving, it's also the gateway to my apartment. So you can see that I've actually installed a beautiful holiday garland lit to welcome you into the space. I think the holidays are about celebrating. It's about being with people, family, friends. I've got my taxi cab yellow shelving units, perfect for storing wine, a great place for cocktails, mixers, all the things inside. And if liquor isn't enough to make you cheerful, I thought outside the box, reimagining these hanging tea light holders as mini Christmas trees for my bar. As an interior designer, a lot of people build in an expectation of, oh my gosh, what's Drew gonna do for Christmas? How's he gonna design? Everybody loves a Christmas tree, and I am no exception. This season, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas tree. I love an unexpected play on traditional for the holidays. Like this garland, for example. It's almost fluorescent orange with the natural pine cones. So it's the idea of a garland in a fun, funky, fresh mod color that layers onto this white Christmas tree. I think the holidays is about collections. It's about telling your story a little bit. And think creatively about your tree topper. Does it really have to be a star or an angel? Another tradition for me and my family is holiday china for your dinner parties. I have an array of holiday napkins, dinner, cocktails, and another good trick is taking small ornaments and making place settings for your dinner parties. When I say holidays, I mean all the holidays. This is a household that celebrates both Christmas and Hanukkah. But for me, one of the things all holidays have in common is candlelight. The natural flame offers such a beautiful ambient glow for the season. When the table's all set, the food is all cooked, that says to me, holiday is here, it's time to celebrate. My copper kitchen has plenty of pop, but adding these ornaments into this garland adds a new layer of holiday sizzle, and that's what I'm going for. I'm not trying to whitewash the whole thing and create a winter wonderland. I'm trying to add a beautiful layer of holiday to a gorgeous existing decor. I think it's also great to take your everyday accessories that you have all year long and give them a holiday lift. Take your bowls, fill them with extra ornaments, bring in the everyday elements, and just add that holiday twist. Decorating for the holidays doesn't have to be a total reinvention. Make it about you. It's actually about creating an environment, creating an atmosphere to share with family and friends. It's about building memories, and don't be afraid of a little holiday kitsch.
Coming up after the break, we warm up in the hills of Hollywood at designer John McClain's own home. Welcome back. Now we're in the Hollywood Hills with designer John McClain. He shows off how he uses holiday decor to accentuate the personal style he explored in the design of his own home. Take a look.
Hi guys, I'm John McClain with John McClain Design. Welcome to my mid-century glam home. I actually bought this home because of the architect of the building, and I've taken what he did, built upon it, and made the house truly my own personal space. I'm getting ready for my brunch, so come along, I'm gonna show you the rest of my house. So no matter where I live, and no matter what home I'm in, it always has to be cozy, warm, and inviting, and I've really done that with my home, I feel. So the Christmas tree is the heart of every home, right? And in my own house, I definitely did not want to neglect that either. As you see behind me, I brought in all of my favorite colors for the holidays. Blues, greens, burnt oranges. The reason I brought in those colors was because I have a very neutral palette in my home, and I really wanted to amp it up for the holidays and bring the house to life for the holiday season. So because my house has a very neutral palette, I knew I wanted a sofa that really stood out from everything else. I found this beautiful blue velvet, and it really became the basis of my entire living room. And as you see, I've played off of that with the Christmas decorations on the tree and around the place. Now listen, when you design your home for Christmas, make sure that you don't neglect spaces that you might not always decorate. For instance, I've decorated my bookcases with very simple ribbon, and I've added a wreath to every single shelf. A little fun, whimsical thing that I did. Bend your Christmas trees. Why always be status quo? Make yourself stand out for the holidays and any time of the year. You want glam? I've got your glam right here in this kitchen. This kitchen's centerpiece is the backsplash. It also reflects the view not only of my living space, but during the holidays, it reflects the view of my Christmas tree, which I really want to see. And in a pinch, if you're cooking dinner, it's a great place to check your hair or your teeth before you turn around and greet your guests. One of my big regrets was not installing a light fixture over my kitchen table, but during the holidays, I can totally do that with this Christmas tree. Kind of wild, kind of outside of the box, but I think it's a fun way to add a really cool fixture over my kitchen table and also to bring the holidays into the kitchen. The holidays are a great time to really bring out pieces that you don't leave out all year long. My mom and I used to scour thrift stores and estate sales to find our favorite collectibles, and at holiday time, I bring those out so I can look at them every single day. And the best part is, these pieces really bring my family to me, even though I can't always be with them. Love you, Mom. See you soon. One of my favorite things about living in LA is that I can have dinner in December outside. How many places can you do that? In the inside of my home, I use color to really bring in the holidays. Outside, I've really kept it neutral. How have I done that? I've brought in silvers and metallics. Look at this tablecloth. Instead of bringing your tablecloth all the way across the table, I really puddled it to make a table runner. Throw in some jingle bells on the table. They're a really fun way to bring in the holiday decor. I've also brought in one little bit of color with live flowers, these beautiful florals, bring in a little bit of that Christmas feel. Don't be afraid at Christmas to bring out those really good pieces that you might not use all the time. The holidays are the perfect time to really try out those things that you might only use once or twice a year. I have worked my holiday butt off, and I didn't do it for nothing, so my guests are arriving now. I'm gonna go start letting them in. So after all of the hard work, I'm ready to sit down, have a glass of mimosa with my friends, and enjoy the holiday fun. I hope you've had fun too, following around today on my tour. Happy holidays, everybody.
I like the idea of decorating all the surfaces that you ignore with holiday decor, right? I'm gonna do that this year. Coming up after the break, we see how this designer uses his childhood apartment to experiment with his holiday decor. We'll see you in just a bit. Welcome back. Now we're at the childhood home of designer Philip Thomas on the Upper East Side. This classic Fifth Avenue apartment overlooks Central Park, and it's a place Philip uses to experiment with design ideas. And during the holidays, he is always given carte blanche. Let's see what he did.
Hi there, I'm interior designer Philip Thomas. I'm coming to you today from my family's home here in New York, where we celebrate the holidays. This is the house where I grew up and where I took much of my inspiration as an interior designer. I also use it to this day as a laboratory for my work. Come join me as I show you how I designed my family's home for the holidays. As with all my designs, the entry foyer sets the tone for what one is to expect from the rest of the apartment. In the case of my holiday designs, you can never have enough gold or glitter to cheer one up as one comes into the apartment. I installed a pink tablecloth, which I actually made myself, to serve as a wonderful foundation for all the greenery as well as the gold and sparkle that sits on top of it. The main archways in the gallery are adorned with garlands that I created using materials from various resources in the plant district here in New York. For practicality, I chose to make all the garlands out of artificial greens rather than real greens. These garlands stay up from December 1st until January 2nd. That's a long time. When we entertain, the guests naturally flow into the living room after they've arrived. To me, this living room reminds me of wonderful gatherings of family and friends where we create memories together. Candlelight and a great fire in the fireplace are synonymous with the holidays. The living room is home to one of 4 Christmas trees in our home. This tree is a history of our family where we share ornaments that we've collected throughout my life, but throughout my parents' entire 51 years of marriage. In the living room, the mantle is the focal point of the room. We decorated the mantle using similar garlands from the front hallway and much more gold and glitter to continue the theme. As you can see in the space, the palette of gold, pink, and cream continue. All too often, gatherings at home are way too large for just the living room. When that's the case, we often adjourn to the library. I chose to decorate the library in red because to me red is like a warm embrace. The library is our favorite room to gather in because it has beautiful views both south and west of Central Park, which I always think of as my backyard. While people often consider dining rooms to be underutilized spaces, this space is used all the time. This dining room can seat anywhere from 4 to 24 people for dinner. This dining room has very little natural light, so we had to create our own glow from within, hence the choice for this exuberant palette. The trim in the dining room is all lacquered in a high gloss mirror finish pink, while the walls themselves have been upholstered in pink linen, which has then been graffitied by one of my local graffiti artists. This is truly a one-of-a-kind work of art. During the holidays, the dining room is adorned with 2 beautiful trees dressed simply in white lights. Not only do the trees twinkle, but so do all the elements that compose the dining table. From the candles to the golden glittering orbs to the napkin rings and crystal, all of this contributes to the festive cheer. Thanks for joining me today for a tour of my family's home over the holidays. If there's anything you take from this today, is that you should create a story in your holiday decor from start to finish. And the most important thing is to keep it simple. A happy, stress-free host creates a happy environment for their family and guests. Cheers to you.
Just after this break, we join the George to the Rescue team to spread some holiday cheer to some deserving people. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The pandemic certainly hasn't slowed down my friend George Oliphant and his big-hearted George to the Rescue team. They continue to help people in need live easier and better in their homes. Now we bring some holiday cheer to a deserving family and Hackensack Meridian Health.
Hi, Hi, I am Amy. I live here in New Jersey with my husband and my 3 children. My 2 oldest children, Lucas and Lara, have a very rare progressive degenerative disease called Cockayne syndrome. There's many facets to the disease, but one of them is that they can't be outside in the elements without protection. Who's here, Lara? Last year, George to the Rescue came and renovated our basement into an amazing space that brought the entire elements of the outside in. They even created a one-of-a-kind bear cave for the kids to enjoy.
Hey, Cliff, George, what's going on?
We just found out that George to the Rescue wants to come back and surprise us by doing something magical for Christmas. I'm excited to see all of my children's faces with the magic that George always brings to them.
A ho, 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 and away we go. Snow, icicles, a tree, the old bear on the tricycle act. Classic Christmas tales. All I want is a hippopotamus for Christmas. Who doesn't? Seasonal pillows. Merry, merry. And we have definitely brought the spirit of the season into the Marini house. Let's see what they think.
Oh my God! Look at that, Lara! Oh my goodness! Look at this craziness! I know it!
Can I have the biggest air hug in the world? Or
Oh. We're so excited how you guys brought all this magic to our house. We wish we could pay it forward in some special way.
Well, if you're up for a ride, a few years ago we did a rescue for an amazing young man named Jude Thomas, and I met him at the Hackensack Meridian Health, Hackensack University Medical Center, and I actually filled up the car full of toys. So from here I am heading there.
Let's go.
Hey, Mark and my healthcare heroes, we have come bearing gifts. It's safe to say it has been quite a year for everybody. How are you guys holding up?
So during the course of the pandemic, our community really stepped up by establishing a circle of compassion. We thought it was really important to be able to establish a fund that both the community could contribute to, as well as our own team members could contribute to help each other through those hard times.
I was first introduced to Hackensack Meridian Health when we worked with Tackle Kids Cancer.
It's hard to believe that only 4% of the National Cancer Institute research budget goes towards pediatric cancers. So we rely on the Tackle Kids Cancer to help fund research towards cures in pediatric cancer. That's one of the reasons why we really appreciate what you and Amy have done to pay it forward with bringing gifts for the kids that are upstairs suffering from these life-threatening diseases.
I'm super excited to know that these gifts are going to give so much joy to the children and the families that are patients, but also to the healthcare heroes, because honestly, we wouldn't be able to survive without them during this time. It's truly inspiring.
Well, we can always count on George to go that extra mile. A good reminder of what the holidays are really about. Well, if you're hungry, you're going to want to stick around because we see this chef's unique take on a holiday tradition. We'll see you in just a bit. Welcome back. When it comes to the holidays, Chef Frank Prizenzano goes all out. Here is his take on the traditional Italian Christmas Eve meal known as the Feast of the Seven Fishes. He shows us how to design the perfect holiday meal in his perfectly designed kitchen.
Hey, I'm Frank. Welcome to my NoHo loft. And this is one of the reasons why I built this place, to be able to invite all my friends over to have the Feast of the Seven Fishes. You may not know this, but I have 3 restaurants here in East Village, all Italian restaurants. You know, I thought of this kitchen in terms of this should be my best restaurant kitchen. So first dish, a baby octopus hot seafood salad, basically. And this is why we have more than one side to this stove. Because over there, we have dish number 1 going, and here we can start dish number 2. As an Italian growing up, you're gonna be by your grandmother's side, by your grandfather's side, watching them make this meal. 7 fishes, dish number 1. The mussels are ready, let's eat them. Dish number 2, mussels marinara. Calamari is so traditional and so Italian and so simple. Having a pot rack over your workstation makes things much faster. You just reach up, grab whatever you need. Dish number 3. So the 4th dish is going to be risotto nero, which is basically rice that is cooked in the ink of cuttlefish. And the secret to a great risotto is to always keep the rice moist. If I screw it up, I mean, I'm the one that ruined Christmas. So we're gonna stand over this and we're gonna make sure it's right. 7 fishes dish number 4, risotto nero. At my 3 restaurants, this is everyone's favorite fish ravioli. So we figured, let's put on the 7 fishes menu. And here we have plate number 5. So the second and final pasta course, spaghetti vongole. I mean, who doesn't love spaghetti vongole? The whole point of 7 fishes is we're keeping the tradition alive. The juice that's coming out of the clams is the sauce. Dish number 6, spaghetti with clams. So we have the final course, filet of sole rigatoni. I've been eating this since my mother started making it 50 years ago. Feast of the 7 fishes, all done. Give me the 7 fishes, give me a house to make it in, give me my friends around me, and that's happiness right there.
Thanks for watching. Like what you see on the show? Well, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We have so many more beautiful homes to share. It's all about love. Share these homes, you know?